welcome back to my book reviews. And I am so excited that I get to review this book. It's called The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, and you are looking at the cover, the amazing cover right here. And when this first came out, I was like, yes, I am going to read this book. And I have fit it in, and I know it came out on the 3rd and it's now the 20th, but I don't care. I'm going to push this book. I do not do bad book reviews, so if I'm reviewing it, it's because I loved it. And I'm going to give you a little bit of synopsis of this book. Emma Davis, main character. At 13, she goes away to camp. First of all, right there, I'm like, yes, I used to go to camp every single year for most of my childhood up until ninth or 10th grade. And so I really understood these camp stories. Okay. All the places in the camp that they were talking about. As a matter of fact, at one point I'm like, is this the camp? Because I was in the Poconos and I know that Riley lives in Jersey, but it's not the same camp. But anyway, she gets roomed with older girls, Vivian, Natalie, and Allison. And one night they disappear. She wakes up in the morning, they're no longer there. And not only did they disappear for then, they're just gone. Okay. And so for 15 years, nobody's found them. Everybody's kind of moved on. The camp closes because it's kind of creepy now. And, it was an investigation. So Camp Nightingale closes. Okay. But what she's had to live through for the last 15 years, having been the person that was their roommate, we go through her story 15 years later, and she's an artist and she paints them. And that's about all I'm going to say about that part because it's part of the story, okay? But I do want to read to you the last paragraph of the first chapter, which I always look for, okay? And when you're reading books, look for that. Look for, after the first chapter, look at that last paragraph and ask yourself, does this make me want to move on? Because whether we do it consciously or unconsciously, it's kind of the place where we're at after our first chapter. There are so many books out there, but this is the last chapter. And if I were talking to Riley, this is what I would be telling him, okay, about why I continue to read this book. The idea is too terrible to think about, even though it's the only thing you can think about. You imagine them stumbling through the thick woods, unmoored and directionless, wondering if the moss on the trees really does point north. You think of them hungry and scared and shivering. You picture them under the water, sinking into the muck, trying in vain to grasp their way to the surface. You think of all of these things and begin to scream. See, there is a lake by this camp, and I think every camp probably has a lake of some sort. And so she was imagining that they got that somehow they were murdered and thrown into this lake or whatever. She doesn't know. Okay, basically it's that Emma just doesn't know what happened to them, and it drives her crazy. Okay, but this book, the way he wrote it, okay, the character development of Emma, and then the ending, which I'm not going to tell you. You have to go read it, okay? You are going to love it. This is Riley's second book. He came out with a book last year called Final Girls, and it also came out in July, so I'm thinking that's kind of like what he does. It's a perfect summer thriller because it takes place in the summer at a camp. How does he know what goes on at a girls' camp? I don't know. Maybe he went to one. I have no idea. But anyway, I just want to tell him and I want to tell you guys, this is a book to read, okay? Go get it. It's already been on the New York Times bestseller, and there's a reason. It's because he's that good, and I can't wait to read his next book. And I just want to tell you guys, if you want me to review a book for you, put it in the comments section. If you want to tell me about what you're reading right now, comment, okay? I really want to know. I mean, I get books requests given to me from all over the place. But, for you guys watching, I want to know what you want to read. Or if it's on the New York Times bestseller and you're like, I don't know if I should read this. And I'll read it for you and I'll do a book review. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell. You'll get notified of all my videos. I post videos every single day. And all we do is talk about books. So anyway, have a great day.